So I just want to run you through my 2026 foiling quiver. I've got everything here that I use, from prone to parawing to kite foil. This is all the stuff I'm using currently. One of the biggest changes I've made recently is I've moved to an 80 cm mast. If you know me, you know that I used to always ride a 75 cm. This year I took some advice from Ewan. He said, dude, just go with the 80. You're not going to notice it that much. You're going to breach a little less and it's still going to be fine. And he was right. I've really been liking this new 80 cm. This high modulus carbon is super stiff. It's even stiffer than the last masts were. So I also don't notice any flex. It's super controllable. And I've been having a really good time on this 80 cm just because I've got that little bit extra there to not touch down with. I find that it's basically just helped me do what I want to do. It took maybe 5 or 6 sessions to fully dial it in, but now I'm dialed into it. I'm loving the 80 cm mast. So that's probably my biggest gear change, I would say, this season, is upgrading to the 80 cm. On the top of the lineup, we've got the Excalibur foils, the 744 and the 944. I think these are the two standout foils for me out of the whole range. The Excalibur really performs well, and I think even for people that are riding other top brands, if they try the Excalibur, they're going to be really surprised by just how efficient it is and how easily it still turns at such a high aspect ratio. The 744 is the most all-round wing, I think. I could use this for prone, for kite and for para, which is really surprising to me. I never thought it would be possible to use one foil for everything I do, but if I went on a trip and I only took one foil, it would be possible. I could do it on this foil, and that just, really surprises me. It's such a fast and efficient and in control foil that it somehow can cover all those things. The 944 is just the small wave glider for me. This thing goes really, really easily, and it's also still super efficient and turns crazy good for how big it is. That's one thing I noticed in Hood River when we were demoing the Excalibur foils, is for their size, they just turn amazingly well. When we were in Hood River and we were demoing the prototype stuff, I couldn't believe how well the 944 was turning for its wingspan. It's a 98 cm wingspan, but it's still turning as easy as like a 90 cm wingspan foil normally would, in my opinion. So that's the biggest standout to me with the Excalibur, is just how easy they turn and how efficient they are. I think if you try these foils, you're really going to notice that, and I don't see how you couldn't like them. So for me, Excalibur is the standout. The Siren is the lower aspect surf wing, or prone wing as you would call it. Although you can use it for other stuff, it's mainly targeted towards more decent waves and prone riding. You really do notice that it has a lot more control than the Excalibur does. The Excalibur's a lot more efficient, a lot more nimble and quick, and the Siren kind of slows everything down. It has really good low end at 800. Like, I'm proning fine on the Siren 800. I don't feel like I need anything more than that. And it just matches the wave speed a lot better than the Excalibur does. If the waves are really small bumps and you're mainly whipping around on bumps, kind of doing roundhouses, the Excalibur, the 744 and the 944 is great. But if you've got more decent waves like we've got here in Byron Bay and the far north coast area, the Siren 800 is definitely my go-to. It just matches the waves and being in more critical sections a lot better. I use the 600 Siren for kite foiling if I'm powered up or if there's good waves. The 600's super good. It's basically replaced what I was using previous, which was the Jet HA 640 chopped off. This is basically just like a Jet HA 640 chopped off, but better. Obviously, it's got better sections, it's made properly. This thing goes super good, and I'm stoked that I basically have what I was using before, just in a better package. So if you're a kite foiler, I think Siren 600, that's your go-to. You can also use the 744 Excalibur. I've been riding a bit with that kite foiling. If the wind's a little bit lighter, I use the 744, or if I want a little bit more glide, I use the 744. But if the wind's good or the swell's good, 600's definitely the go-to. I've been using the 64 cm fuse mostly. I do have the 57 as well, but the 64 seems to pair really well with the S140 tail and the E135. I've been mainly using the S140 rear. I find this one just suits my tastes the best. It turns a little bit better and just, I don't know, has the feel that I like more. Both these rears are great though, so choose what you like. This one glides a little bit better, pumps a little bit easier. This one turns a little bit easier. I've been riding the Torque 50 cm bar, and with my 3 and 5 meter boxes. Those are some prototype ones that aren't out yet, but I'm pretty excited for the boxer that's coming soon, and happy when you guys get to see that too. But yeah, that's all I've been riding. 3 and 5 boxer with all these foils. I really don't need any other size. It's crazy how efficient these foils are. 5 meter gets me going in super light wind. I've been proning and kiting lately on the 4.4 Carbon Co board. It's about 32 liters. I had this board a pretty long time, pulled it out of the shed because I just moved back to Australia and didn't really have much gear, but that board pretty much covers me from prone to kite here. The other board I ride is the 68 Chimera. This is kind of my all-round weapon, I guess. It gets me going in any wind condition. I can get up and riding in anything with the 68. I do have a 53 litre Chimera as well that I can pull out if it's really cranking and I just want to do a downwinder or something. But if I'm going to stay in one spot, I like to ride the 68 Chimera. I've got the hatches. This is a 3.5, but I have all the sizes from 2.7 to 5.1. I think you kind of need the sizes. If you go on para winging, it's good to just have the size breakdown so you make the right choices. Para winging isn't really that good for wind range. I don't think any of the para wings have great wind range. So yeah, I'm stoked that I'm able to have all the sizes of hatch. And yeah, I recommend if you can to get as many sizes as you can. So yeah, that's my breakdown of all the gear I'm riding this season. If you've got any questions, hit me up in the comments. Always happy to answer what you want to know. Hope you have a good one. Peace.